Welcome everyone to our Ease Call series, and today's topic is ease with problems. So generally, in this reality, when we look at the word problem, we are always, making it real that as if my life is in a panic mode, I'm having this issue, I can't solve something, I have 100 things to look into, or I have problem of money, I have problem of relationship, and the list goes on. But is it really true? If you guys start looking at that energy, is it really a problem? Or is it a space of where you all guys not like to create more? Because problem is also an indirectly an energy of where we like to distract ourselves. So we are really not showing up in our potencies. In a sense, like whenever you're having, you can even look at right now, like beautifully, Anjuji, I'm just going to take your, like a very simple example. She's asking more of herself at time before the recording I hit, she expressed. And she said it was uncomfortable. Yes, it is true. For certain people, it'll be like, why do I have to choose myself so much? It's all about family, society, and everything. We are not saying any of that is right or wrong. But the minute we are not choosing ourselves in this reality, we are giving the world a power over us, in simple words. And then they can tell us how and what to do. And from that, the minute I give my power, my capacities to anyone, I will start creating a lack. And the energy of lack will create all so-called of this reality, the problems. The problems could be your relation, money, health, situations, and beyond that. And then when we try to day and in and out go like, no, I want to choose me, I want to change in my career, or vice versa, other things, that's the time when we think it's too much. It's creating a problem for the loved ones around us. It's creating uncomfortable in our life, because the reason all this can happen so much and it gets so uncomfortable is because it's not we actually getting uncomfortable. The people around us are not comfortable we coming back in our capacities. So they radiate that energy. Some people are very verbal about it, and sometimes most of people are doing it energetically. And in that, we have the capacity that we can tune into it and we start feeling, oh, I am the one who's creating the problem or the trouble, and it's getting uncomfortable. Start looking at every area of your life, any situation or anything where you're claiming there is a problem. Is it truth? Just always use this energy. Is this that a really a problem there? Or is it something you're creating a lack in that space? Or concluding from this reality that, you know what, that X has to add up to a Y, that answer. And if it's really a problem, where have you concluded that that was the only thing which would solve your reality? That's when these tools really start functioning. Like whenever in any area of your life you're feeling so stuck or creating a problem, ask, how does it get any better than this and what else is possible? This tool itself is so powerful and potent. It's beyond our mind where you can even fathom it. Because we are concluding, like, if I'm stuck in an X problem, that this is the biggest problem of this reality for me right now. We make it that real. And we think no one can help us because we could not be having a particular source there, or a finance, or a person to back us up, or maybe a particular pull in any area of our life, and sometimes beyond that. So instead of, or sometimes we make it our age, 100 reasons we'll have it. But when we are creating all that, from where are we functioning? All of us are functioning only from our mind. And we are not choosing from our awareness. Because the minute when I'm creating a problem, most of us, everyone will blame or try to tell you, oh, you're so stupid, you are not being careful. And what is the underlying energy? When I'm trying to tell you, won't you not being careful, that means you are going too much from your mind to see how things are working or not. But when I ask a person, can you be more aware in your problem or this thing? Your body, your being will always show you much more of awareness. Because energy being our first language, there is always more awareness. We are just bound to trust our knowing. But what we look at in our situations or problems, or when we are trying to create, even if there's no problem, we are functioning only from a space of from our mind. We think when we are working from mind, that everything else will take care. And the things will be solved, because in this reality, again, the programming is so real that we were asked to believe, study hard, do this way, get practical. Yes, they help you. We are not saying today don't do your education or don't be practical, but trust your knowing. The more you're ready to trust your being and knowing your awareness, you will bound to create, and you will come out of from any scenarios, from the problems or the so-called stuck areas of your life. So the one of the this beautiful tool, as I said, how does it get any better than this, and what else is possible? The reason we say something like how does it get any better than this is, it's like it it can go beyond this. How do we know that problem or that scenario where we are stuck or having an issue with, that's the worst problem? There's no guarantee. It's in our mind. We are claiming this is the horrible situation I'm stuck in right now. It could have been worse. So when I ask a question like, how does it get any better than this? It's like, okay, what else? And then the minute you're adding that, what else is possible? You're giving the universe, there's a more possibility. So start looking at every area. Like it could be as worse, someone even being in a major health issue, a finance crisis of this reality. And even just look at that energy. When I'm being in a problem, what do I love about it? Because whenever we are creating a problem, as I said a little earlier, we are distracting ourselves not to have that. So we think again in the reality in a different ways. When I'm having problems, it gives the energy of the dopamine that, I could solve something. If you see a lot of time in this reality, there are a lot of people, and I have realized this. I used to do it. I used to love solving problems. So I look in my life, I used to look for scenario situations unknowingly where I'm always helping people. So it underlined the energy was like, okay, I will be called a kind person. But in bargain, to prove that kindness, I was just being the energy of a solver problem. So unknowingly, we don't even realize how we start attracting these kind of things in our reality. Some people just feel the sense of intelligence. Some people feel they're in the space of being wanted in this reality. Some people feel that, what, I have a problem, I might get attention from my loved ones. We have a lot of hidden issues, lot of hidden ways of what and where we are creating a scenario. So whenever you are creating a lack or a problem in your reality, you can even ask, what's about this? What's the underlying energy out here? Because no problem comes from the outside world. Like, however we can say, the scenario just got created. It was not far in my reality. I don't know from where this kind of, God forbid, like a court case came up, or, some accident came up, or some loved one passing away, or something. Like the list can go on again on this also. But the point is, it's not about how sudden it came up. What were your underlying points of view unknowingly that time? So the minute you start catching yourself from that energy, you all will be amazed what starts to show up. Anyone, any questions so far? I mean, the people who have joined later, today's question is, we are talking on ease with problems. So if anyone has any questions on that or would like to add something, you all can unmute or write it on the chat. Okay, looks like everyone's good, so I'll continue. So to go more deeper in this, when we are asking a question, how does it get any better than this and what else is possible? The scenario can just show up by someone else coming and helping you and show a different perspective to your problem. Someone might just come up to guide you, help you with it, or you'll just know what next step to take. Or that whole situation itself might start getting resolved. The possibilities just starts to show up. And another way to look at it is, like, when we are stuck, like, oh, it's such a big problem in my reality. When we say a tool like, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. So it's basically like a infinity going back forward. We are breaking the energy, because what you're perceiving, it could be a totally opposite. Because when we are functioning from this, it's only from a capacity of what our brain can fathom it. And what we do is, and generally when we are in a problem, instead of being aware, we actually connect to people whom we know will agree to this alignment of this. We very rarely talk to people who would know a different perspective. Get present, because that time we are all looking unknowingly for a sympathy who will just go like, oh yeah, you're in such a big problem. Not very rarely people will talk to a person like that who will have a third party perspective, because we feel it's too secretive, it's a big problem, only I can talk to my loved ones. But we don't realize unknowingly we're matching up to the same frequency, and then adding up to a person more who believes in the same point of view as you, the problem gets even more bigger, because we start getting more energy of yours and that second person's energy. So the energy gets more bigger and bigger, and we start making that problem even more real. So ask yourself next time, like in any time, in any situation, something like this is coming up, who can contribute to this? Instead of concluding that these are my people. And even if you feel they are your people, it's not we're making you against them. Just ask yourself, talking to them, will this create more for me or no? Because it's not about just having a so-called emotional support. It's about having a space of what else can you create and change in that situation. But majority of people just think like, time will take it over. Yes, time heals everything from this linear way. But what are we all loving to even hold on for those couple of days or months or sometimes even years? Like as basic, what do we all love about holding to have a financial problem throughout our life? Because majority of us believe in this reality, money is hard to earn in this reality. Is it really true? Most of us have done your access to some degree and all that, and even if it's not, but even if you could be asked first time hearing something like this, the people in the future who will be hearing these calls, be honest yourself. Is it really hard to earn? Is it really a big problem to create money in this reality? Or too difficult or too hard to have a good healthy body or a relationship, or having any kind of a thing in any area you're asking for? Point is, there is something underlying to each one will have a different point of view. What are we loving to hold on to believe that I cannot have everything? Because when I'm creating a problem, I'm creating a separation of me, because we are looking at that area that is something so out of me and I cannot have it. So I'll make it like a bigger problem to have it in my life. So the energy underlying to having a problem also becomes like a needy energy. So when that problem will go, that need will go, I'll get filled so I could have solved it. But when I'm complete and wholesome of me and trusting my being, I'll not create any lack in my world. So I'll not allow myself to have problems of this reality. So next time, you can even play another way. There are zillion tools of access. I'm just sharing 2, 3 today itself. You can even ask, what area of my life I'm so bored that I'm creating this problem? Because we are bored unknowingly, that's why we're creating a lack energy. And when there's lack, when there's something so dipping, it will create a problem in our reality. So if you really would like to change, you can take any, however the problem could be big. It could be for a job, it could be in your business, relation, health, anything. It could be as nano as what you're going to eat tomorrow, your staff coming or no, or having a multi-business problem. Point is, you need to ask, what is it about that you're loving to create this problem? Because how much ever you can fight that, no, why would I love to create this problem? What am I gauging in that, that pain or that suffering? But our body is enjoying it. And that's from the mind. The body has no point of view again. It's a mind which takes it over and gives the signal. So, and that's the only way the body can take it on us. It will create that, but the creation is from the mind. So next time, or even right now, you all can start getting present. What is it that you guys are loving? You can take any area. If anyone wants to express anything, you can unmute and tell me, and we can even discuss that what is that area that you guys are loving to have a problem with.
I
Majority.
have a question.
Sure. Go ahead, Priyanka.
Sorry, I'm like, even if I turn on my video, you can't see me anyway. It's dark
That's
here.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
so I've been, so this is, so yeah, I'm actually tired of asking this question. So, I'm like, I have fallen down yet again,
Okay.
and
Falling down physically or somewhere in your.
physically, physically. So first is, how do I see this differently this time around is what I'm asking myself, because I don't want to repeat the past whatever pattern. And the second one is, what how like, okay, I understand, okay, like we create our own reality, blah blah blah. But I mean, like, what does, like, I still haven't found the answer. What is this what is this for? Like, okay, if we are creating this thing, means we are creating the drama we have with our parents, all the trauma we create, all those things.
Right.
And what is all this for?
Okay. So when you're saying you're unphysical, you've fallen down. So that means you've injured yourself physically in this reality.
Yes.
Yeah. And then what happens? You get bedridden for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you don't have to do any job of this reality. So people
No,
can.
I have to do still. I still have to do it.
Okay. But it gives you the power to complain, to go in a mellow. You can look for attention from people.
I have no one to look attention from. I'm living alone here, so
Okay. But
it's
emotionally on the
creating.
call or something, you get that emotion.
I don't do that anymore. Like, I did for the first few days. After that, I'm like, no.
Okay. So
And then
truth.
I
What else? So
don't do
okay, let's
it.
ask you then honestly, truth. What is your hidden agenda by falling physically every now and then?
I seriously have no clue.
Okay. So everything you don't want to know about you, can we let it go now? I can't do the clearing statement here because these calls go.
I don't want to, because see, okay, if I ask me that question, that leads to self blaming and self whatever, and like people say, like, you need to love yourself and all, but like, I seriously just don't, like, how am I loving myself by doing this? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so do you love abuse? Do you like to abuse your body?
Why would I like that? For what?
That only you can say. It would be a deeper hidden agenda. Are you so
Eh,
done with your life that this is the way you can be on a self pity zone and go away from this reality? Or you want to keep
It's the other
proving
way around. It's the other way around.
that
This
could be
keep
from
on
your
happening.
mind?
It's making me wanting to quit.
You don't want to quit or you want to quit.
No, as in, like, the first time this happened, like, I went through such like deep depression because of this, not because I have depression, then I create all these things, right? It's
Right.
the other way around. And now, like, this time, like, I just, like, I'm done. Like, what is this nonsense of living?
Okay, so I'm just going to give you two questions. You can play with this. A, be honest to yourself. Are you still really done with your drama? Or you still there's a more to it? Just play with this question. Keep asking yourself daily, what is it about so right about this that I'm not getting? And another tool I would give you, if you're so honest to yourself and it doesn't come that it's you, ask who are you trying to heal by taking all the aches and pain in your body.
Hmm.
So play with this honestly and see for next couple of days what comes up. And whatever that energy starts coming with both these questions, just spot and pop that energy off.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll know what is your underlying to both of it. Because the more you'll be in a question, that's the change will create. The more you'll go like, I'm not doing this, I think that way, you've already gone in your mind. And the minute you'll if that goes for everyone, I'm just grateful that you're asking this. The minute we say I don't know and why would I do this, it's a part of you already hiding unknowingly. It's the conscious brain taking it over. The subconscious is not ready to come up to that honesty, and which is fine. It's not we're trying to put you in the spot or trying to make you the wrong one in this reality. It's just a coping mechanism, how we all do this to ourselves. But the
Okay, so my My question is like, okay, so now, I forgot my question now.
So I would just honestly say play with these two questions. Your first question is, what is it I'm loving about this fall? Okay. And whatever comes up, even if you're not getting okay, just pot and pock that energy. Like even if it's same thing comes up, I don't know. Just okay, just say that okay, I pot and pock that. Again, ask that question after a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds. Again, see what comes up. It's not like, I question and the answer will come like this. It's not going to be that, guys. I'll be very honest. Sometimes it might just come like this. Sometimes you just have to continuously be present, because we all need to understand that, like, whenever we are having an issue or a problem, what we're creating in this reality, the reason we are creating is because we love it. We love the trauma drama. So sometimes our being will be so hidden that we'll not allow ourselves to see the truth of it. So you just have to have the patience with yourself by loving that, having that energy. Okay, I'm going to have fun in this. And your second question, if you're really honest, you can even ask, who am I trying to heal with all of this? Because sometimes we know we want to take the aches and pain of this reality in ourselves so our loved ones are not hurt. We anyway are not loving ourselves. We are in loving anyway, having abuse. So we feel rather I taking the problems on me will be easier. But we are not being the energy of kindness. We're actually unknowingly being the energy of self-abuse. To this degree, we create problems in our reality. To underline to this, all of this is when we are creating any area of our life problems, physically, emotionally, mentally, we are indirectly going to the energy of self-abuse.
So this self-abuse and self-love thing, right? So
Yeah,
when I ask my question, what is right about this? What do I love about this? Isn't that like a self-abuse thing?
yeah, it is. It is. You answered it.
As in like, so when I like, okay, one second. I mean like, when you basic when I basically ask myself, okay, why do I do this, and isn't that self-abuse? Like
Yeah.
I'm assuming that I'm the one at blame here, kind of.
No, no. You don't have to blame yourself, and there's nothing called why. Just go from it. Okay, what do I love about this? And you'll get your hidden answers with time. I mean, of course, you can always go on a deeper by attending a class or a one-on-one session. That's a secondary. But even when you guys are talking to yourself, you need to be kind. What we are day to day is doing, like, everything quick. Oh, I asked, nothing happened. This doesn't work. Okay, I asked this today also, it did not work. We are in that rapid mode, but life doesn't give you that, because when we are creating a problem, also, it's not happen like this. It takes a couple of time, because it's like the how you're aligning to yourself and how the situations gets created. So when it's taken so long to create problems like this, it'll take a few days, months, depending on person to person. How much are you truly ready to create the change? And when you're really honest, then the things can change like this. The point is, we all are looking answers from outside, but all our answers are within. And that within answers is just to be kind to yourself. It's like our body is a gift of this reality. So the more you'll acknowledge that you are a gift, your body will start talking and communicating with all of you. The more you'll go like, oh, it's such a big problem. I've created this. I have particular this fat. I have this fall. I have this financial issue. I have a relation issue. I rather cut from this world, this problem, that problem. You're just reading yourself that you're the biggest problem of this reality. So universally, the thing is getting more bigger and louder that you're the problem. So the problem starts coming from every area of your life. This is how so quick and fast how the life starts taking over with problems. So to all of y'all, it's a choice. So any area, however big and small, I'm repeating, just get present. What do I love about creating this problem? Or how bored I am that I'm creating this problem? Because in boredom, something to get fun and kicked with will create a problem, because in problem, it's in simple thing, right? When we were in school life, what used to teachers used to give us, who can solve this problem. And what it used to happen is to give a high dopamine to everyone. Oh, you know what? I'm the intelligent one. I can solve this particular accounts thing, maths thing, or whatever thing, or a puzzle or a situation or something like that. So many times we function. I'm just giving you one or two basic examples, but there are zillion reasons how and what we attract from. We are not making anyone wrong here or making them getting into a guilt trip that what's happened in your life so far, but we're just giving you that space. It's a choice that any situation you guys are getting locked up, stuck, creating a problem, you can change it by being in a question and being kind to yourself. Instead of going in the wrongness of you, going like, okay, wow, what else is possible here? And it can take not going in again in a different wrongness. Oh, I tried it, the situation got a little better, but it did not get solved to that 100%. Maybe there's something more to it. There's always something more, and how our mind, our body takes it over so quickly, it's amazing. But there is always that solution to any so-called problem this reality we're creating is all within ourselves. It's just, are we all ready to have ease with ourselves? Like I had like this, Anjuji had said it before the recording, that it's not comfortable. No, sorry, she said it's not even easy. Yes, in life, in this reality, sorry to break it again, it will not be easy because you're living in this reality. Because people love throwing problems, people love being stressful normally in this reality, people love having troubles because it gives the dopamine to be alive. Because as simple, if I'll tell you all the day, for next, forget for whole life, next 1 week, you guys have zero problems. Wouldn't you guys get even uncomfortable in that? Majority of y'all will be, because we are programmed to be a solver problem because we think that's how we are getting feeling alive. But is that actually called being alive? Because when you're being with you and being aware, that's the true energy of being alive. And when you're more choosing you will have the ease of everything. Situations will keep coming. So-called the problems of this reality might just show up out of nowhere. But when you're being with yourself and being kind to you, there'll be ease in every area of your life. So we are asking the ease of this reality. Anyone? Any questions? Or we are good for the day?
Hi Raashi, this is Divya here.
Hi Divya, how are you?
All good. Yeah, I'm not able to overcome, like you said, now the problems are coming and it's like in the mental blockage there are, but sometimes you can't ignore. Matlab after matlab maybe in August I faced the same issue. Now I've started seeing the same thing again. So
Okay.
not able to digest that things.
Okay. So what will happen if you digest them?
Matlab it's like I'm not liking it.
Ah, easier. So okay, what's about the liking and not liking? It's that other person situation's choice. You need to be honest. आपको अपने आप से पूछना. I think everyone understands Hindi. Yeah, sometimes you have to be careful.
Oh,
Yeah. So, but
okay.
sometimes you just have to be okay. What's right about this you're not getting? It's a choice. You want to be in that situation. आपके पास
Can you repeat it? What's
yeah.
right?
What's right about this I'm not getting.
What's right about this I'm not getting? What's right about this I'm not
Not
getting?
getting. Because कुछ तो सही है इसलिए आप इसमें रह रहे हो.
Okay.
Okay. And if you want to change it, just ask what else is possible here. How does
Acha,
it get?
first I have to say the thing. What
How does
what's
it get
wrong?
any? No, you can play with the tools अपने हिसाब से, but generally I'm just sharing the two different tools. एक है how does it get any better than this?
How it can get better than this?
And what
Yeah.
else is possible? This is all in your access ka bars book.
March books, yes.
Yes. And the other one is how, what did I say when I forgot? Sorry. How does it get any better than this? And what else is possible? And the other one is, sorry, can anyone tell me what did I even tell her? Even I suddenly
It's
forgot.
okay, it's okay. The tool will
Yeah.
also work.
Yeah. So all the tools work. So even if I'm saying it, it doesn't have to be only this tool. Even if you just get present with yourself, just ask, what is this that I'm love creating it again and again?
Okay.
Because it's not about the people, it's about the choices what you guys are creating. Problems will come sometimes from ourselves, sometimes people, sometimes situations from outside. तो आप लोग को अपने आप से पूछना है कि मजा क्या आ रहा है ये सब क्रिएट कर हिडन एजेंडा होता है ये.
But like Soham, started being hitting again. So is I am creating that?
No, you're being the right mother कि मेरा बच्चा मार कैसे सकता है.
हाँ, तो वो अगर
So
मेरे को
you're
मारे तो
making it
what?
personal. You're making it personal. कि I'm the mother. If today it was a some third party का son hitting someone, would you care? आप care करते नहीं. आप
नहीं,
बोलोगे
but
उनकी.
Rashi, he's hitting me
Okay, so
for
then
that thing. I'm not doing it.
yeah. So you need to be honest. What are you loving to get abused from a child?
So what?
You
मतलब,
need to be. You need to be honest.
मतलब, I don't like. मतलब,
So
it's like
he's
I
reflecting
want
his
to
anger.
just
You
run
say,
away.
no, you can talk to him when he is on the calmer because he can see that how you're taking other abuse. So maybe this is the way he's showing you his anger. You need to sit down and talk to him. Second, you need to be honest that what can your child really listen to? Lower your barriers and get present and hear him out.
Mm,
Talk to him.
mm,
I
okay.
won't be able to explain more because you have to be honest. This will go publicly out. So I'll
Yeah,
explain you later.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone, any other questions before we end today? Anyone? Or we are good for today?
Okay, one more. So once we found out what we love about this, how do we shift it?
Okay, so once you know the energy, you can always pot and pop that energy. Get your bars run regularly. You can even do a body process. Mainly pot and pocking it and just going looking at it. It's an interesting point of view. You start getting calmer with that energy. Because the minute you acknowledge and you're ready to shift that, the things will change.
Mm.
The point is, a lot of time, even we can even acknowledge, but are you really ready to let it go? So many times we get it in our awareness also. But the point is, the hidden agenda is that we love it because we don't have anything else, because we don't even know how to add anything in our life. So in that boredom, we start creating those problems. Because if right now, if I'll tell you all for 1 week, as I said earlier, there is zero problem, any area of your life. You have everything, it's a so-called that you somewhere all desire to have it. Everything is just there at a flat, at every nanosecond of your life. What will happen? You guys will all of you will tell me, oh, I'll be really happy and I'll be creating and all that. I promise you it's a bullshit lie. Because we are so programmed to create problems. Because if you really were ready to have that, I would create more, I'll be so happy and I'll be flourishing, you would have already done it by now. To this degree, we become such levels of self-enemies. So you all can really have that, what you all are desiring. But the point is, are we ready to take that first baby step to acknowledge it?
So first, ask what do you love about this. Once you get it, you pot pocket, and then you acknowledge it. But you acknowledge it, you pot pocket, and then you let it go. So letting
Let
it
it
go.
go. What else is possible? How does it get any better than this? And keep asking, what else can I create in my life? Because you're asking to create something beautiful, what you all desire to have it.
So letting it go means create something else.
Yeah, because point is, if you have that emptiness, you'll create another problem. Like if I get you out of your ex situation right now, sooner or later, if you don't know how to have something more beautiful, meaningful for you, what will you do in that border? You'll create crap. So the baseline is like you guys need to all add something more. What we do is we are creating, but we are creating from the lack of this reality. We're creating from our problems because we're only always day to day trying to solve our problems. And that doesn't take you anywhere. Yeah, we are creating a problem from our loved ones or by ourselves or from the situation of this reality. Three-way round. So if you're really ready to come out of your problems, ask yourself, what else can I add in my life? And that only you'll know what really works for you. Because something for adding someone could be a workout. For someone, it could be adding a new business idea. For someone, it could be more resting. it will just differ from people to people what they're not really choosing and adding in their life. So that, hope this helps. Anyone? Or we can wind up for today. I'm okay to take one last question. Otherwise, we'll wind up the call today. Looks like everyone's good. So yes, you can hear the recording again because this will have a lot of tools in this call today we have shared, and the recording will be uploaded in a few minutes. So yes, thank you guys.